Froggy! Happy Lorv! Hi, Lily pals! We're ready to dwarf it up. Dwarf, 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 dwarf. Finally, at long last, returning to fortress mode. It feels like forever. Probably compounded with, you know, the time in between Dwarf Fort streams. Yeah, I'm kind of noticing that my internet, it's not like consistently like flashing between red and yellow. It just kind of dips to the red every now and again. I haven't gotten too many dropped frames. It probably just goes to show that I will probably have to... it would probably be intelligent for me to disconnect after stream, so that way, like, you know, not taking up so much bandwidth or anything. Which is kind of strange, because right now I'm the only one at my house who is here and using the internet. Me and my dog. Which, speaking of which, just like last night, this stream will be a little bit shorter than usual. You know, probably cut it out at about 8:45, mainly because of the doggo I am babysitting. A sweet little corgi. Spoiled little princess. She gets so many belly rubs. But yeah, like I gotta let her out. Ideally before 9 o'clock. You know, so I left the timer at about 1:45. So I can take care of that, and there won't be any major disturbances amidst the stream in the meantime. But other than that, I know I'm not gonna divulge any details, but I know I've been working on a little something for all the Lily Pals for Valentine's. You'll have to wait a little bit, because it'll take a bit of time, and there's a very likely chance it could be a belated thing, you know, posted tomorrow or maybe even day after. My dog is downloading dozens of squeaky toy videos. I'm not so sure. It could be, maybe she's looking at, paleontology videos because of all the yummy bones that she'll never get to eat. Yeah. That's kind of the lowdown. I shall firstly summon from the ether the Froggies. Froggy 1, Froggy 2, hello Dextra, and Froggy 3. I feel like with the little wings, it kind of reminds me of, like, you know, if I put it on my head, it could be reminiscent of like a winged Valkyrie helmet, which I feel is very dwarfy. Well, the last time we played Dwarf Fortress, we were traveling all over the countryside as Berlina, our divine adventurer, to punch and ultimately subdue, i.e., kill, a few targeted and known werebeasts, predominantly were-iguanas. We identified 4 of them, but because of, because it was fated by the way the game generates things, literally half of them, 2 of our targets, were located in a town sewers, and we didn't get any alerts at the time, but by checking Legends mode, we confirmed that they drowned in sewer water. So we didn't have to do anything to deal with them. We still had to kill 2 others, though. 2 other were-iguanas and a were-tapir. Better safe than sorry. We ride to battle! And so, ultimately, with our grand quest come to an end, Berlina was made to settle into the ruined site previously known as Rabbit Abbey, our very own bunny fort. We have unfinished business with this fortress. Predominantly, we need to recover all of our bunny numbers, and we need to finish the sandstone monument of a giant rabbit. Those 2 at the very least. And I think following that, we need to clean the fucking place up. You'll see what I mean in a moment. Here we go. Well, okay, it might be a bit hard to discern, from everything on screen. Mostly just to do with the tile set, but, a trained eye can easily pick out, like, oh, there's a body part belonging to Tough Kevin right here, as well as a tattered donkey leather shoe, some sort of pet cat corpse, other clothes, entire bodies littered all over the place. And the reason this is because it's simply a consequence of abandoning a fortress rather than retiring it. Because when it's abandoned, it's basically left in complete disarray. So we got a whole bunch of logs, stone blocks, random skeletal and mangled body parts, crossbow bolts that were not previously fired in this session, mugs, various mussel shell crafts, and they are everywhere. Absolutely everywhere, littering the hill. I had to redo up each of the stockpiles too, because they were erased after being abandoned. So I had to redo those. Here in our little rabbit pen, you can see currently there's only 1, 2, 3. There used to be a whole lot more, and now they're all gone. Yeah, there's even a whole bunch of litter on top of the structure too. Jeez, Yeah, this will not stand. We need to make sure at least most of this crap is cleaned up. But there's so much of it. Oh, and by the way, because of the absence of various memorial slabs, commemorated to all of the fallen dwarfs that have been lost in the were-iguana rampage / plague. Some of them had risen as spirits, as ghosts of various natures, one of which actually had murderous capabilities and thus claimed 2 lives since we resettled here. And tragically, one of them was Berlina, our beloved epic adventurer. She was hopeless in the face of the ethereal. And so we have to commemorate her as well with one of these slabs. Otherwise, yeah, right now we have 9 dwarves. 9 dwarves. We have a number of travelers. A number of travelers that are not here officially. Like, they just kind of happened to be here while we reclaimed the fortress. So it's like, they're here and they're listed as hostile, but they're not. They're not. They won't hurt us. And here we got a ghostly fisher dwarf. A forlorn haunt, seeking out known locations or drifting around the place of death. This spirit has not been properly memorialized or buried. It's only the memorial slabs that will really make a difference. You know, you can put their bodies in coffins or sarcophagi, and, you know, it's like, that's nice, but, you know, it won't actually put them to rest. It's all in the slab. Because that way they're properly memorialized. Yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of dead dwarves. A lot of death. A lot of dead. And there's Berlina. That also reminds me. Don't forget, there is a point redeem to give a nickname to certain dwarves. And now that it's technically a brand new run, that means everybody gets to, well, the rule is everybody gets to nickname, you know, 1 per stream. Not collectively, but like each individual Lilypal can redeem it once for the whole stream, and then I gotta wait till the next dwarf stream to do it again. So right now we have 9 dwarves with no nicknames. If you can think of any, you know what to do. And one last note. I forgot that we actually laid down some cage traps in our last run, just out in the wilderness. And we've actually caught a few animals, 2 of which were 1-humped camels. Now, dwarves already know about taming and domesticating camels, so it wasn't that big a deal. But now, we managed to catch a giant otter. And there's also another one. It's male and female. If we can manage to get both of them, who knows what we might be able to do with them. Okay. Game is unpaused. The dwarves are getting back into their labors. Yeah, I had to... Oh, the ghostly fisher dwarf has been put to rest. Let me have a look at some of these slabs. One of the slabs hasn't been placed properly. It's just kind of sitting there. So, Lorbam, the fisher dwarf. Born in 101, bled to death, slain by the dwarf Locum Lance Swelters, the tool of frigidity, in the year 128. Also the slayer of Dusa metal taxes. So, this guy killed, or no, loving mother and wife. This gal killed and was killed. Killed and got killed. A dwarf after my own heart. And here's one to Berlina. A superior quality slate memorial. Berlina Migrakogan Kodzugad Abras. I'm not sure what the title translates to. I don't remember. Born in the year of 4. Scared to death by the dwarf Adiel Worker Rope in the year 129. Slayer of the goblin Chateau Lockgoads. Among other things, other exploits. Who's this? Oh, Sad Sword. Struck down by the dwarf Domas Panted Metal, the Guilty Skins, with a silver warhammer in 128. Slayer of Misdom Vale Ores, devoted husband and admirer of mules. And this is Ustus, no nickname. Slain by Zulban Singebridge and bled to death, and was mayor of the Wayward Jump in 128, so... If I remember right, they were the mayor of Rabbit Abbey, our fortress here. Slayer of the Hen, Avu's Tunnel Crypts. Slew a chicken. How brave. Oh, this was in memorial to the ghost that murdered Berlina. Oh, here we go. Struck down by the dwarf Bomrek glove brushes with a bismuth bronze pick in the year 128, was the broker of the Wayward Jump. Slayer of Berlina Ocean Sands, the blotted grip of Sears. Devoted husband and lover of Honey Yellow Barrel, who rose as a murderous spirit and took our most valued adventurer away from us. And then Phycod died of thirst. Created an artifact, so that's a big deal. Speaking of artifacts, not counting all the literature, it looks like there's only 2, and I'm not even sure if these were actually originally our own, or if they were brought here by the visitors. A phyllite quern. It is encrusted with cushion aventurine cabochons and encircled with bands of round phyllite cabochons and copper. This object menaces with spikes of groundhog bone. On the item is an image of a cassava in tetrahedrite. On the item is an image of forgotten beasts in buzzard leather. So I'm pretty sure this is not one of ours. And then thorn stab, a walnut wood crown. That's worth 30,000? Holy shit! It is studded with copper. This object menaces with spikes of walnut wood and yellow grossulars. On the item is an image of 3 passion fruit vines in sheep wool. Is it just the copper that shot the value up so high? That's crazy. I don't remember if we had any copper though. Oh, it's autumn. I don't think I mean, we do have things to trade. Probably a lot of things to trade when the caravan arrives, but as far as how quickly we could get it all to the depot, I'm skeptical. Also, it looks like these chicks can't get past this floor hatch. There we go. Yeah, autumn is here. Ghosts put to rest. Pasturing livestock, planting seeds. We're struggling a bit on booze, but we're taking it one step at a time. There's so much to do. So much to clean up. Where's this other otter? Other giant otter. Oh, there it is. Hiding amidst some trees. It's just hanging out there. We do have a bridge across. As for the one we did catch... Oh, we have 2 of them? A male and female. What? Say what? Okay, well, if any animal trainers want to take a stab at taming them, be my guest. A lot of giant animals around these parts. Ah, right. The designation for the downstairs temple area needs to be reinstated. But right now we don't have at least any identifiable source of glass. Oh wait. Okay. I'm just trying to follow the smooth stone. It's a little hard to see because they're the same color. And the outlines are a bit thin. There's also items blocking some of the tiles. And so I can't tell if they're supposed to be if they're smoothed out or not. I think I can kind of extrapolate though. Oh, wait. I don't think I need to do that. I'm not sure why these stones are not smoothed out. Oh. Well, no, wait. They're staircases. Never mind. Mark that. Because I don't want them doing it yet. Just to know it's in the plans. It's among our unfinished projects. Oh cool, we did manage to cage both of the otters. Okay, well, tavern seems a bit restricted. So, if it's a means of getting the visitors to, you know, obtain satisfaction and get the heck out of here, so be it. Yeah, so far it's just a lot of storing stuff in stockpiles. Getting all this fucking trash sorted out. Who's that? Oh, that's the hammerer. Right. Right, we have heckin' nobles. Because at one point I did retire the fortress just after reclaiming it, and it made some of the dwarves automatically get noble roles. Yeah, I can't wait for the bins to start getting put in the stockpiles. When that happens, a lot of the crafts and stuff will be able to get placed down, and everything will look so much neater because it'll all be congregated into a crate. Like, you know, we see here this stockpile. It's littered with a whole bunch of crap, mostly old clothes. And right now it's got one bin. It only has a few clothes stashed inside. I'm sure there are other bins that we still need to put down, you know, to help just reorganize everything, but it doesn't seem like my dwarves have reached that page yet. What are you doing? What are you doing, Doctor? You weaving yarn into cloth? Making use of spare threads, I suppose? Okay, the miner is hauling over the other caged otter. This appears to be a recent kill? Maybe? It seems that way, because there's like a pool of blood around the body. Oh wait, what was his name? It wasn't one of our dwarves, I don't think. Or maybe it was... It could have been one of the ones that the ghost killed, maybe. peasant. Oh, right. Yeah, we had some run-ins with some alligators. Both giant and regular. I'm glad to see that the statues are still where they need to be. Also, something very peculiar. So right here we have the floor that's filled with bedrooms. Obviously now there are way too many. Like far more than the number of dwarves we have at the moment. But, you know, it seems all the beds, the original beds in each room, they stayed post-abandonment. They stayed put where they were, but the cabinets in each room, they got scattered all over the place. Or maybe just scattered in the rooms. Well, no. No, because they're not all in the rooms. Yeah, the cabinets got scattered to a bunch of other places, just like all the other debris. It's kind of bizarre. It would also seem that, you know, with all the hauling duties, all the storage stuff going on, it leaves the dwarves with completely full hands, and that results in none of them attending to some of our domestic fowl. So whenever they lay eggs, there's kind of a high likelihood that those eggs are going to hatch into several baby boids. And it's already happened twice. No, 3 times. We have a fuckload of ducklings, turkey poults, and goslings. It's a bit of a problem. We also haven't gotten around to bringing all the barrels back to the food stockpiles, food and drink stocks. And Echidna is fighting? Oh. It also means with all the busyness going on, we need to make a conscious effort to make sure that booze is getting brewed. Because the dwarves can't work without it. Okay, so the sheriff is on that job. There's an echidna just doing its thing. God, everywhere is such a mess. Would I be a dwarf frog or a fortress frog? Froggy with the little castle costume. I like to don a false but lovely dwarfy beard every once in a while. But nobody said I can't be both. Also, hello, Binky. Okay, let me see. Apparently the sheriff wants a whole fucking fancy room. Sigh. dogs has given birth to a litter of puppies. That's likely to be a consistent trend. Let me double check some of these bedrooms, make sure the sheriff doesn't have double the bedrooms they need. Yeah. And we need to replace the cabinet right there. What else? A chest. Chestnut chest. You have meager office and quarters. Well, that's the best you're gonna get. And you will like it. What, like some kind of dwarf fortress? No way. Surprised we haven't gotten migrants yet. Oh my god. This is our furniture stockpile, and it is absolutely full to bursting. Might need to do something about that. Here's our reservoir. So we have a consistent source of drinking water. I suppose now it's not so surprising why there's still so much furniture lying around and scattered. Well, I suppose one of the first things I could do is place down all of the scattered cabinets that are around and about, because there's a damn lot of them. Why? Why are these beds set to dump? That's strange. I could probably do this quicker through stocks. Stonks! Why are these ones set to dump? That's strange. Anywho. Replacing all the cabinets. So the dwarves have a space to put all their clothes. Potentially. They might use it, they might not. Oh, I just realized. Some of them are made of stone versus wood. Let's see, persimmon wood, high wood, plum wood, chestnut, ashen, 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 high wood, chestnut, persimmon, high wood, ashen, bayberry wood, walnut, walnut. Okay. And what about this one? Walnut. nice. I will take that cabinet out, replace it with the sandstone cabinet. Because I think the stone cabinets are just worth a little bit more. Items blocking the sights! Ah! Picky, picky dwarves. I got coffee for my beverage again. Only this time, because our grocery supplier does not provide the flavor syrups that we usually use. Instead, I have a couple creamers that I used instead. So I used a French vanilla creamer, and it's very pleasant and sweet. Okay, that cabinet was taken out. Sandstone. Wait, how many? It was just one, okay. Never mind. Or maybe that one went into this room. Because apparently this is supposed to be like the mayor's bedroom? We're not big enough to have a mayor anymore. I don't know. Oh well. I can always make more stone cabinets if it really irks me. Unsuspend those. Back to placing down regular wood cabinets. Of which there are so many. So many. Made sure to have one per room. So I made true on that promise. That's the northern wing. Now for the south. There's going to be a lot of impromptu suspensions for the duties, the tasks, because there are objects in the way. Sometimes being in charge of these dwarves is like being in charge of Sims. If there's something in their way, it's like they'll point it out, but you know, they'll only scream at you about it. Blar Shabagna Kiravulem. I'm sure there are other cabinets around to put into the other rooms. I think the reason they just were not noted in the inventory is just because they weren't carried over to the stockpile yet. The main furniture stockpile. And as expected, here come the suspensions. Let's see. We have another lamb. And now we have another yak calf. At some point, I think we could probably, wait, hold up. What? Okay, wow, there's a lot of stuff just all congregated right here. What kind of... It's a bar and block stockpile. Oh, that's right, I had 2 piles. One for metal bars and then the other for any variety of blocks. Building blocks. And then this was a refuse stockpile, which is full to bursting with what I think are mussel shells? Ah! Ah, Fox Lunarius! Hello, gang! Hello, welcome, welcome, raiders! I am managing a whole bunch of dwarfs, and the whole place is a mess. There's trash everywhere. Yeah, we're getting raided. Defend the fort. Yeah, but welcome, welcome, Fox. Great to see ya. How did your stream go? What were you up to? Okay, yeah, this stockpile is full with just mussel shells. Spare mussel shells. We can make them into crafts, but I think it would probably help to, you know, gather up all the crafts we already have laying around across the ground anyway. Hi, Jem! Great to see you. It's good. Jem and I are doing Minecraft together, create a building. Ooh. That sounds great. I should do more Minecraft streams at some point myself. But I suppose Dwarf Fortress is probably a really good second choice. You can build forts. Big, sprawling fortresses. Dig the layouts and make stockpiles and taverns and workshops. And if you're feeling particular... Wow. So many birds are laying and sitting on eggs in these nest boxes. We are gonna have so many baby birds if the dwarves don't pick up those eggs first. We could also build like massive monuments. I'm theming this fortress around rabbits. This is our little rabbit pen area, and then it's being overseen by an unfinished, but what it's supposed to be a giant sandstone rabbit statue. It's hard to see or really get a fix on what it all looks like because it's precisely at the top down, but I trust your imaginations. Like Fox Raider, welcome, welcome. Yeah, if you need to do any after stream care, feel free. Thank you so much for the raidies. And a happy Valentine's Day! Happy Lovin's Day! We love love. Of every kind. Let's see, how long? Oh wow, autumn is almost over. We haven't seen a caravan come by. That's concerning. Well, it's only still the first year, I suppose. So maybe they'll come by next year. I hope so. We got so much trash we can trade out. A little bit of added context. So this fortress, we were actually previously playing through this fortress in a previous run, but it got attacked by were-iguanas, and so the werebeast curse just proliferated through the entire fortress, and it was killing all our dwarves left and right, and the numbers dwindled so low that basically we abandoned the fortress. And then I made like a special adventurer character to just wander out into the world, kill all those were-iguanas, come back, and, you know, we can start over. And so now we are starting over. Also, it appears all those, like that initial wave of baby birds have now grown to adults. And there are so many! We have so many birds! Yeah, let's see. We got ducks, we got turkeys, we got geese. And a lot of them. A lot of them. Oh, we're running short on drinks. Yeah, and more hatchlings on the way, surely. Yeah, in the first run we had maybe like, I don't remember, like around maybe 60 dwarves living around here. Right now we just have to settle with 9. Have we done anything about those giant otters yet? No, we have not. Far too busy carrying a whole bunch of crap over to the stockpiles around and about the fortress. Just running to and fro, desperately trying to put things back in their original order. But we got so much crap, y'all. Seems like whoever was last here before we abandoned the place was just dead set on creating an absolute mess of the entire place. Up and down. Minus the reservoir, thankfully. Okay, the furniture stockpile is opening up. Probably thanks to, all the cabinets that we put down. Oh no, we got another ghost! Ghost of one of our dwarves of old. An energetic poltergeist. So, they're going to attack our constructions. Right now they just toppled a bed. Do we have any slabs? Slabs. We have one left. Cool. Engraved slab to the newest ghost. Where even is the ghost? Oh, it's way up here in the north wing. It toppled a bed furiously. Trying to keep an eye on the water levels of the reservoir, making sure we have basic drinking water as well as booze. Chicks have hatched. How desperately I wish there was just a means of speeding up the progress for picking up all the trash and putting it where it all needs to go. Okay, one thing I should probably do. I need to build ramps. Need to build them someplace. We'll put them right here and right here. What did I put down for this one? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Oh, it was wood. Okay. Alright. Ramps placed down. So this upper level is now accessible. Oh, there were already ramps! Over towards the head. At the sides of the head. Also, where did these trees come from? We don't need these trees. These rabbits do not need these trees. Heaven forbid they learn how to climb. Oh dear. A giant bark giant bark scorpion on the premises. That reminds me. We should probably at least set up something for a basic militia. I think that was probably our biggest downfall in the Were Iguana invasion. Spirits of Shielding is alright. I'm gonna just gonna shorten it a little bit. Actually, wait. Spirited shields. Already have a commander. We have a mercenary mace dwarf already. And apparently our bookkeeper is good with an axe. Actually, we might as well just put all of them in. Equipment. Oh, they all need metal stuff. Well, we probably got some stuff lying around. Lizard corner? Where's the lizard corner? Let's see. Schedule, here we go. Let's at least try to get some training. I know there's a lot to do, so at least just 3 months of the year. Tres months. Put them at active. So they're not active right now, but they will be active in the late winter. I gotta double check. Yeah, okay. Got a place to train. There's a shitload of armor and weapons around and about somewhere. Oh look, a ghost. The same one that tossed the bed. Did that slab job get completed? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, it did get engraved. Now we just gotta put it down. Put it down right there. Probably put in another order for some slabs. Rock slabs. Maybe just like 5. Shale. Busy, busy, busy. What is this sheep doing outside the pasture? Somebody attend to this sheep. This sheep is being naughty. It's coming inside the fortress. It is no threat, but it is disorderly. Oh, and now we're getting interruptions by the bark scorpion. Cool. There's also a giant eagle probably flying around and about. High up in the sky, not bothering anybody. The dwarves will probably be extremely disturbed by it, though, soon enough. Okay, scorpion's not bothering anybody. Constructing building. Construct shale slab. Store items in bins and stockpiles. Mercenaries doing a combat drill. Did we get those trees cut down? No. Of course not. Probably want pH neutral drinking water rather than basic. Dwarves drink what they get. You know, with the exceptions of anything that's very obviously toxic or just not nutritious in any regard. Which, for that matter, alcohol is literally nutritious for dwarves. They can live without it, but, like, it heavily impacts their mental health. Slabs are done already. Ghost has been put to rest. Cool. We got so many of these barrels. Oh, I see. I see the problem here. There are extra cabinets, but they were set to dump for no reason. I will fix that. So now they should be good to put down in the bedrooms. Yeah. Where else? Here's a couple I missed. There we go. All should be right with the cabinet. Oh, did we catch another creature? Hey, we caught the bark scorpion! Now we got a ghostly carpenter. Right on time, we just prepared more slabs. Putting on my hoodie. It's getting chilly. Okay, and what kind of ghost are they? Oh, we have two ghosts. Oh, bugs! Bugs is a ghost now. Okay, just a forlorn haunt. They're no problem. And a restless haunt. So, they'll probably bother people, but they're not actually dangerous. Nevertheless, must take care of them soonly. Coal? Ustuth. I'm gonna go the opposite way. Ustuth. I wish there was a way to... Okay, it's a different Ustuth. There they are. I wish there was a way to, like, you know, search, like a little search function for any dwarven nicknames. Which, once again, a reminder, there's a point redeem to nickname a fellow dwarf. Let me double check. How much is it? 700 bubbles. For 700 bubbles, you can immortalize your influence on a particular dwarf within this fortress. Some of them are taking care of their basic needs. Doctor is gonna pasture one of the animals. It was like 5 feet off the pasture ground, but it's about the principle, I suppose. More planting of seeds, more harvesting plants, sleeping, storing shit in stockpiles. Could definitely use more drinks. That's a lot of chickens. A lot of chickens on these nest boxes. Oh hey, we got a camel calf from our newly tamed camels. I'm not even sure what I'm gonna use the camels for. I could probably milk them, or otherwise, you know, butcher them for their meat. Oh, we have no meat. Cool. In that case, frankly, we could probably do something about about all these birds. Yeah, why don't we chop up some of these geese and turkeys. We'll leave the ducks alone for now. For now. Any trainer. Any trainer that wants to take a stab at, you know, getting friendly with... Ooh! Giant otter pup! Nice! Wait. Okay, it's still classified as a wild animal. So I think... yeah, we need to clarify that one too. Actually, do we actually have a space for training animals? I don't remember. That's a sand pit. Meeting area. Pasture, hospital. this one? Another sand pit. Pasture. We could probably put it like right here for animal training. Here we go. We might have a second animal training area somewhere and I just forgot about it. Didn't see it. Oh well. Okay, Scorpion is a female. I presume that scorpions lay eggs, right? They're arachnids. Oh, cool. The doctor is now going to attempt to tame the giant otter pup. Again, no idea what we're gonna be using these giant otters for. You know, they're kind of in the same boat as the camels, except I'm not even sure if we can milk them. Right, that is Bugs the Ghost. I'm going to assume the slabs were finished being engraved. Yes, that is in fact correct. Slab those down. Yuck, yuck, yuck. More chicks have hatched! Oh, but now it's late winter, so everybody's gonna go off and find some weapons and armor, and they're gonna train for the month. Get those combat skills in tip-top shape. I mean, as far as I know, most of them have no experience in actual combat. A couple of them do. How does their equipment look? Okay, so still lacking on choice of armor. Some of them picked out some weapons, but otherwise everybody's going in completely bare naked. Dwarves. Yeah, so I suppose for the month, stockpiling and, you know, all kinds of business is going to be put on hold in favor of the combat training. But it's for the best. What am I going to do about all these visitors? Oh hey, there's another bark scorpion. The otter pup is tame. Cool. checking the river, making sure it's all safe and clear. Apparently there was an encounter with a giant tick with one of the visitors. Wait. Another encounter with a giant bark scorpion. Oh, okay, cool. That second scorpion is dead now. Oh, but now a Gila monster has appeared. Regular size, but not to be underestimated. Kind of situated up on one of the higher ledges of the hill, though. You know, at this rate... Okay, maybe not too soon. But like... Oh yay! We got another bunny! Another baby bunny! I think it's mostly just, you know, the low-key anxiety of just not having more dwarves at our disposal. But, you know, there was just a part of me thinking, like, maybe I should go back and just figure out, like, just do, like, a whole series of, like, dwarves or other adventurers and just gather them all together and just have them settle in this fortress, you know, just kind of create a migrant wave of my own. But if it hasn't even been a year yet since we came back, maybe we might want to hold off a little longer. There's also a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of concern now that, you know, I put all the dwarves into combat training. Just because, as I said, like, it's important to do, but it halts all other activities. But also it's drums time. And I needn't to worry when there's drums to be had. Okay. All clear. Dodging demonstrations, individual drills. Oh good, it's the last day of winter. once the month turns, then all the other... Yep, here we go. All the other jobs will be back into working order. Oh, I still need to figure out where I can put the giant otters. Yep, everybody's back to their job titles. I could probably just put them just here. Pasture. Otter pup. Probably not the bark scorpion. Wait. Not the grown-up ones, just the pup. We'll wait until the parents are properly tamed, so to speak, before we think about pasturing them. Another goose has been slaughtered for more meat. So many eggs and they're not collecting any. Another goose. Uh-oh. Oh, some of the meat is going bad. Because we're not doing any shit with it. We're just leaving it out. Okay, well... if that's what's gonna happen, then... if that's what's gonna happen, then, maybe we won't have them set up for a huge slaughter just yet. I mean, well, we'll get rid of the last goose, but we'll spare the turkeys. The dwarves of the Bald Rapids of Sand now know a few facts about giant otter training. That's what I was gunning for. What was that? Bugs has been put to rest. Good, good. A lamb has become a ram. Oh yeah, I suppose we're gonna get some goose leather too. Cole has been put to rest. No more ghosts for the moment. The last goose was chopped. Let's try to prepare some meals, maybe with the meats we got. We also got bones. Okay, where's the rotten materials? Did they already take it out? What about the fishery? Just mussel shells. Huh. They already took away the rotten stuff. Cool. Glad to see. Hello, RNG! I shall summon forth your Froggo. Right here. I'm gonna place you, like you're peeking out from a trench. A little dwarf hole. You want a 1 on the pH scale for water? That's the best! I have unfortunate news, RNG. If you remember, our brave adventurer Berlina, who took care of all the werebeasts amidst, you know, in the interim between the abandonment and the reclamation of our fortress, she got by a murderous ghost, a murdery spirit. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, she got. And it was against a ghost, too, so, like, she couldn't even do anything about it. She was properly memorialized. Was it the ghost of all the people she killed? One of them. Well, no, not one of the ones she killed. Just one of the dwarves that died in the fortress. Jaws theme, because I'm jawsing. Yeah. Dun 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 dun. As far as the current state of the rabbit fort, we're trying to pick up all the pieces that were left behind. Literally. Not sure how much you can really make out with this kind of UI or display, but there's trash everywhere. There's tattered clothes, dead bodies and skeletons, all sorts of drinking mugs and building logs and blocks, refuse. And it's all scattered, like, everywhere. Top to bottom, left to right, in and out. Like, even on top of the, on top of our sandstone rabbit statue that hasn't been completed yet, there's still trash on top of it. There's so much to pick up, and we only have 9 pairs of hands to do it. Glad we're home at least. Yeah. Wait, so you're saying there's the dead body of Bubbles, 25.7 thousand. Currently their successor would be 36k. I suppose so. And of course, we've only made so many memorialized slabs at the moment, so here and there we're probably going to see some other dwarven ghosts pop up to cause trouble. Some will cause more or less trouble than others. Again, some of them with a particular grudge might literally kill the living just by frightening them to death. Oh look, camels. More wild camels. Others will just, like, push over furniture or something in a little hissy fit. Others will just hang around and, like, moan. And others will just kind of wander around and bother people. Man, did we get another? Oh, nice! The giant bark scorpion got trained. Yeah, that's another thing. Some of our cage traps have, like, were still active. They were still live when we came back. So we caught a few wild animals, a couple of giant otters. They had a baby. Actually, let me double check. We also have a fuck ton of domesticated birds because nobody bothered to pick up all of the eggs that had been laid. Well, it's not that nobody bothered, it's just that everybody was way too busy. We're stretched way too thin. So we got like 1,000,000 chicks, like 100 ducks, a dozen or so turkeys. We also caught some camels and we domesticated them. But where are the giant otters? Oh, they're right here. One of them got trained, but the other is still semi-wild. I will put the trained one in the pasture with the babby, because they had a babby. Yeah, the bulk of the labor right now is just picking up all the trash and debris and just figuring out where the fuck it all goes. Some of the stockpiles are already filled to the brim because they don't all have, they didn't all get bins placed down yet. So they're not all consolidated neatly like. Hello, Rhina! New ASCII streamers appeared, wonderful. Well, it's almost ASCII. I'm using one of the tile sets from the Lazy Noob pack. Because I was playing this before I got access to the Steam version. Which I have access to now, but you know, there's still business to do with the classic. Should set up a shrine of beer to the dead dwarves. How many years in the future are we? Not too far along. I think now that it just turned to spring, we are in the year 131. So it's been 3 years since we abandoned the place. So not very long. Business! Cigar top hat. Baby dwarf doo 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 doo. Baby dwarf doo 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 doo. God. And also there's like a whole bunch of visitors here that are listed as hostile, but you know, they're not actually hostile, they're just here. And they don't seem to want to leave. At least for the moment. I can't wait for our first migrant wave. We absolutely need more dwarven hands on deck to clean this whole place up. I feel like that's kind of what the bulk of this gameplay is gonna look like. At least for a little while. Just waiting for a whole bunch of shit to get cleaned up. I don't hate Baby Shark. Before it was a horrible song. It was a camp song for me, so nostalgia. Yeah, me too! I used to sing it in elementary school. way back in the 2000s. Somebody getting on those... Okay, we have fat to render, apparently. Let's do that. I need to remind these dwarves that there's perishables in this place. On this level. How are we doing on drinks? Oh, we don't have many. Let's fix that. Oh, something went bad. Okay, rotten goose stuff. Looks like stuff might be getting used for other things, though. Preferably being stashed in barrels. What's everyone doing? Oh, they're stashing trash. Yeah, and you see all these yellow dots? These are all baby chicks. And there's gonna be more. We have so many birds. So many baby boys. And there's like nothing I can do about it. Because these birds, they keep laying eggs and they're continuously sitting on them. And they keep hatching into little babbies. We're supposed to be a bunny fort, not a birdie fort. Speaking of drinks, thank you for the trifecta. What about Murber? We did a little bit of Murber, at least for the geese. And as you can see, part of that problem is if we butcher too many at once, we're gonna have a whole issue of like chopped up meats just being left behind in the butcher shop and going rotten and stinking up the place, which will create bad thoughts and impact dwarven mental health. So we're trying to mitigate that kind of crisis. We already have a trash crisis. But what I could do... One thing I could do... I could... probably plop down a cage somewhere. Whole cage, and yeah, it can be wood. Why not? And we can cram all the birds in it. So that way, you know, we can keep more from laying more eggs and hatching more burbs. We did get a couple more rabbits, though. Just a couple, surprisingly. Usually they're whole entire litters. Did they just put down the cage that was holding the giant bark scorpion? Dwarves. I might as well temporarily put the scorpion in the same pasture as the otters. Temporarily. Ah, giant otter has reverted to a wild state. Good thing we kept it in the cage. Then we have giant flies that are flying around and bothering my dwarves, interrupting their duties. If we could try and pasture that scorpion, or at the very least just take it out of the cage, that would be quite nice. But in the meantime, I suppose I could cram all the birds in it right now. Starting with the babies. God, there's so many. So many chicks. Then put in the ducks. Turkeys. Goslings. Chickens. Rooster. Grown geese. More turkeys. That's it. Just all the birds. All of them. I don't know if it's gonna happen fast enough to before more of the eggs hatch, but it's a start. That scorpion's gonna get a rude awakening. It's already the last month of spring and still no migrants? I have a thought, but it will require that I restart the game. So, I'm going to save the game. Save the game as it is, where it is, and I'm going to toggle a little thing that I actually toggled before I started, and maybe that's impacting the migrant waves. Okay, that's toggled. The dwarf game is back. Let's see if that made a difference. I guess we'll know in time. Okay, well it seems like all the chicks are gradually getting crammed in the cage. The ducklings, the chicks. Yeah, so far it's just the manager who's who's doing the job. And I will say once again, a reminder, for 700 bubbles, you can give a nickname to one of these 9 dwarves. Don't be shy. Okay, maybe if I just... Well, okay, no. I don't think the scorpion was taken out of the cage yet. Nope. Considering it's a giant scorpion, at the very least the cage must be spacious for all these birds. Maybe I can send someone out to try and do something about these flies. Okay, well the chicks are almost all caged up. Almost. Minus any of the ones that are not immediately on this floor. You know, considering the manager is doing so much to cage these birds, I have a nickname for them. Mr. Tweety. Mr. Miss Tweety. Miss Tweety. I think that's all the chicks. The chicken chicks. Yeah, now accounting for all the other birds, the full-grown birds. All by herself. Oh, apparently one of the cabinet jobs was suspended. But no longer. Summertime! I actually don't remember what season it was when I brought the reclamation crew in. I don't remember. Let's take a look here. Oh, there's so many thoughts. Our expedition leader has had a lot to think about. Citizen of the Jade Arches, Goldenrod Communion, Bald Rabbits of Sand. He arrived at the 1st of Galena in the year 129, so first day of spring. Okay. That keeps things nice and consistent. More miasma, as more things rot and decay at room temperature. Brew more booze! We got so many barrels! Bark Scorpion has forgotten her training. Ruh-roh. Still not taken out of the cage, it looks like. Cage the Burbs. Yeah, I have no names thought up yet. Hello, Zach! Wayne Larva. Probably be more quiet today since I'm doing homework. No problem. I'm just managing dwarfs. I'm just sitting here hoping they pick up all of the litter scattered about their home. Their one and only home. Well, maybe not their only home. I don't know their history. But they're here, and that's what matters. Just cage all the birds. Get all of them in the cage. Reminds me, I still gotta draw Zakdorf. That would be so good. By the way, if you happen to have 700 little bubble points for point redeems, you can have the privilege of giving a nickname to one of these dwarfs. Sure, it'll be Zackalicious. Yeah, so far we only have one nicknamed dwarf. And that's only because I thought of something. The dwarf that's, as of now, single-handedly putting, like, every single one of our domesticated birds into a single cage so that they stop laying eggs and hatching babies. Giant cave spider silk trousers have been misplaced. No doubt a ghostly miner is to blame. Okay, well, we got another ghost. With a title, too. Must have been one of the ones that, got fucked up by the were-iguana curse. Went all nuts. Okay. Add task. Engrave slab. Engrave the slab, or suffer my curse. Excellent! We got a nickname. Let's see here. Oh, it's gonna be the mercenary. Let's see. Dark Macklemore. Immortalized in the annals of history. A mercenary mace dwarf. By the widespread nickname of Dark Macklemore. I've got so many bubbles too, I can name so many of them. I think I have it set up so that, like, only one person can redeem it once per stream. So it's on everybody else's shoulders to nickname some others. Or I could do it myself if I feel particularly compelled. Still caging up all the boybs. Still gotta cage the rest that are sitting on the eggs. Hurry up, dwarfs, before they hatch. Before they compound the problem. How are the giant otters looking? They're both trained. Cool. They're both properly trained. So now... here we go. No! Ducklings have hatched! This must end! Okay, what's everybody else up to? Okay, they're pasturing the giant otter pup. Something's getting stored in a bin. Dark Macklemore is doing a combat drill. Everybody else is eating or drinking as they need to. Might as well get more drinks brewed up. And a fine meal prepared. Ooh. 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 One of the wild giant scorpions just killed one of the visitors. Kinda did a whole thing of like, you know, like lunging its tail right at their head, and apparently it lopped it off. Whew! Well, I guess that takes care of one visitor. We also have a Baroness consort in our midst. And a Lord consort. Is the Lord consort? Yeah, they're human. Well, I don't know how much we're in. Who am I kidding? We should probably take in as many migrants as we can, even if they start out as visitors and are useless for their first year. Yeah, what's the new title of this scorpion? Slow Keepers. That's kind of ominous. Has a bunch of fractured feet. Abdomen is fractured and smashed open. So it's not as if they killed a visitor unscathed. Oh, hey. Oh, that's the ghostly miner. Stray giant otter has forgotten his training! Oh no! Oh noes. Need to place down the next slab. There. Somebody'll do it at some point. Yeah. The militia commander is right on it. Another ghost put to rest. What's taking so long to pasture that otter pup? Okay. I want somebody to cut down these trees. They don't need to be here. And while they're here, cut down these trees too. They are obstructing the grand view of the sandstone bunny. Considering how many mussel shells we have, part of me is wondering if I should put some of the dwarves to work on making more crafts. And then I immediately remember we already have a fuck ton of shell crafts that are scattered all over the floor, the ground, the roof. I don't remember what this downward pit was meant for. but it's here. Another baby camel. Oh, it looks like the giant scorpion was finally taken out of the cage, so they no longer need to be pastured. They're free to hang about. It would be cool if we could capture that that named scorpion. Oh, it's gone. Is it? Semi-wild. That's the one that we set free to roam about. Did it die? Did it succumb to its wounds? Or something? Hard to tell. Yeah, we don't have it in a cage, so it must have escaped into the wilderness to spread its story of glory across the world. Who else up succumbing to their wounds? Thank you, Stellar, my lovely wife, for the trifecta of health. You know, at the last trifecta, I only actually took a sip of water, but I didn't do everything else. Stretch! Whew. I've been dying to succumb to my wounds. Okay. I'm stretched and sitting goodly. Whoop. It's another training month. All the dwarves gather up their weapons. Time to learn how to fight. Still no migrants. Oh no, wait. Late summer was the month of Galena. Okay, so now the fortress, these dwarves have been around for a year. Dang, it's 20 after 8 already? Damn! I'm gonna remove move this bed. I don't think it's supposed to be here. I think it's supposed to be in this room. We got kitties! We got a lot of baby animals. Oh good. The eggs were getting picked up. There's just 2 nest boxes that have eggs left. And it looks like... yeah, one for chicken, one for turkey. It looks like without anything to sit on them, they will not hatch. It looks like all the birds are accounted for in this one overstuffed wooden cage. Ruh-roh. Band. Oh gee, you and me both, twin. Let's waste away. They're 1-year-old cute. No, they've been here for a year. They weren't born a year. Or they weren't born a year ago. In fact, let's take a look at these dwarves' ages. Our militia commander is 125 years old. Our chief Dr. Dwarf is 97. Our bookkeeper is 136. Dark Macklemore is 34. Our expedition leader is 137. Our recruit, I'm not sure what their regular job is 130. Miss Tweety is 139. Our hammerer is 147. And lastly, our sheriff is 126. That's really funny though that Dark Macklemore is the youngest at 34. Same thing. Well, hell no, you got a cop in there? Well, not by choice. Like, at some point, I had to retire the fortress, so I could bring, one of our gracious, adventurers in here, and so when I took the fortress out of retirement, the game just automatically assigned a dwarf to be a sheriff. And a hammerer. And basically filled in any noble role that was not already filled in. Yeah. Forces you to have a cop dwarf. I know. At least the fan community, like, all collectively agrees that nobles are the fucking worst. Like, sure, we need a manager. We need a medical dwarf. We need a bookkeeper. The broker is nice, but, you know, anybody can do trade if I set things up correctly. In fact, there, anyone may trade. But of course that doesn't really matter much, because along with no migrants, we also haven't had any caravans. Which is very peculiar. Damn, the dwarves are living in a police state! The world is dead. Summer is inching to a close. You know, at this point, if only just to do away with some of these visitors. Apparently this Baroness consort has a right ankle that is mangled beyond recognition. And her left hand has a huge scar on it. The Lord Consort we could probably do something about. What about all the other visitors? Oh, we have a human poet. Yeah, we have a Lord Consort and a human poet. We could safely say that we could do something about them, per se, without major consequences. Potentially. Oh gee, me too. Mangled leg twinsies. Yeah, right now everybody is knee-deep in their military training. How are we doing on drinks? We're doing okay. We still have, like, no meat, though. Also, we have a fuck ton of plump helmets that are growing. And have yet to be plucked. If they're not plucked, then they'll wither and die. And they will be useless for food or drink. I have a mangled leg too, but I keep mine in the trunk of body parts. Ah, autumn has arrived. Here's hoping at least for a caravan. Just a caravan. One caravan. Just help confirm to me that fucking people from outside can come into the fortress. Apparently one of our cats had a little fracas with a giant scorpion. Seemed to make it out okay. No harm done. Right, well... with the advent of, you know, having so many fucking birds... it's really do something about the bulk of them, probably. Starting, perhaps, with the turkeys. Not all of them. We'll spare 2. Okay, our bark scorpion is gonna get some retraining. The same will probably follow one of our giant otters. Turkey's been slaughtered. Collect those meats. All those meats. Let's try to get a fine stew prepared too. It's Christian Girl Odd. Yes! Kill! Ding! One of my friends in another Discord server has that moment as a as a soundbite for voice calls. So I know exactly what you mean. Man, we are chopping up so much turkey just in time for Dwarf's Giving. Just getting chopped, chopped, chopped one by one. But I think the more time passes, the more I wonder if I didn't fudge something when I pulled the fortress out of retirement. You see, in the interest of, you know, making sure that these first 9 dwarves, were able to, like, live here safely with very little risk of, invaders, invasive forces, threatening their livelihoods. I actually turned off invaders before I unretired the fortress, and I think that might have fucked up the whole deal with migrant waves and caravans. So that might be the reason why so far it's just been the 9 dwarves and nobody else is coming. When I restarted the game, I toggled the invaders back on, but I think it has to do with, like, particular playthroughs. So since I already started this one with the invaders turned off, like, I think it might stay off unless I retire and unretire again, which is a hassle, and I hope I don't have to do that again. Anyway, I think we chopped up all the turkeys. Is Zakdorf still alive? In the, if you mean the playthrough I'm doing of, Annie's server, then yes. Yes, Zakdorf is still alive. They're the final survivors of the Dwarfpocalypse. Damn, those were-iguanas really did a number on the entire planet. hopefully none of that turkey meat is gonna go to waste. Just double checking. Yeah, there's still quite a lot of giblets and tripe laying about. Hurry along, dwarfs. Wait a second. There are more eggs in the boxes. Where do they come from? What? Yeah, we have these hen eggs. More turkey egg. Oh, I wonder if when we took the female turkeys out of the cage, like, they just really quickly, opportunistically dropped off their eggs in the nest box just before they got slaughtered. Like, protective maternal instincts. That's funny. I didn't know that could happen. Yeah, if we don't get any new visitors, like migrants or a caravan by the time autumn comes to a close, then I think I might need to do the in-game equivalent of a freaking you know, turn it on and off, or turn it off and then back on again. I'll have to go back and make sure certain particulars are still back in action, like the designation of this of the sand temple that we still need to get around to someday. Because right now we are just suffering. We are languishing without more help. These 9 dwarves can't do everything on their own, it turns out. Yeah, it might be for the best if I do the soft reboot. At least with retirement, you know, all the same dwarves will be here. All the inventory stuff and all the trash will still be here and around and about. It's just I think I would need to like redesignate some stuff like proper bedrooms and like militia schedule. Again, just little stuff. It's not a big deal, but it's just annoying to have to do each time. Oh dang, it's almost 8:45. Okay, well, might as well commit. Retire. Not the worst, just a pain. Yeah. Will Dark Macklemore still be there? Probably. I think most of the time, like when you retire a fortress and then unretire it, like all the same dwarves that were living there are typically still there. Okay, fortress mode. Yeah, and then there's also an interim period of a couple weeks later. Okay, no, no. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Whoopsie! We get to relive the calendar just flying by for 2 more weeks. Okay. Unretire. Yeah, inhabited. Unretire. Will you strike the earth again? Yeah, now I need to repasture all the livestock. And then I also need to repasture the bunnies. I think the giant otters can chill around. They don't need to be pastured. They don't need to be held down by the man, the dwarf. Okay. That's the larger livestock. And then wrong button. And for all the wabbit. I can't be sure. Well, actually, no. It looks like all the baby birds have been let out of the cage. Well, I guess that's fine for now. Yep, there's the alarm. I must attend to the dog. I'll probably do all the rest of the particular stuffs off stream. Just to clue myself in when I open the game next. I will save it as it is. Puppy dog time! She needs to go potty. Needs to go potty before bedtime. Time to go pee-pee piddles. Well, that is all I have for tonight. I'm going to preemptively bring out the raid messages. Y'all should know the drill by now. Next Monday is going to be more Jack 3. More nonsense out in the desert, the wasteland, and just happening to like help our allies back in Haven City. The same people that tossed my boy out into the desert. I mean, except those like he's directly affiliated with. But like the city has deemed him a dark eco-freak and sentenced him to exile for heinous acts and crimes against the people. And a whole lot of bullshit. And then next Thursday is going to be another Bestiary stream. More drawing of creature. And then next Friday, now that I've gotten my Dwarf Fort vibes a little bit out of my system, I think we might get back into Sly 2 next week. Maybe. Potentially. Okay. Let's go find someone to raid. Somebody to raid. Who is live right now in this holiday day? Oh, apparently somebody gifted me a gift sub to the last person that we raided. Penny Loppy. Okay, who is here? Who is on? Like Donkey Kong. Blah, 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 blah. Up, 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 up. Ooh! Adela! Let's raid Adela. Adela Myers, who is playing Panzermodel's tank dating simulator. I've never heard of it, but it sounds neat and cool and fun. Let's do it. Okay. /raid Adela Myers. I bet the dating sim has tank controls. Incredible. Okay, Lily Pals, I will see you next Monday, or whenever indeed the next stream will be. It'll probably be Monday. But, you know, life could happen. Life does happen. Life finds a way. Huh, I need to turn my heater back on. I turned it down just before stream because I was feeling warm. And now I'm feeling cool. Real slick. Really wet and moist. Because I'm a frog, you see. Alright, happy time zone, Lily Pals. I hope you all have a great time eating and indulging in love chocolate. I would, but there is no chocolate in the house. Other than Oreos, I think. Is that chocolate? I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna raid Adela now. I will see you next time, Lily Pals. Oh yeah, swimming!